Welcome to another of our conversations, getting to know folk around Clèir Eilean Ì. And today my guest is Amanda Anderson, the Presbytery Support Officer. Welcome to you, Amanda.
Hello, good morning. Thank you.
Hi. Tell us a wee bit about what being a Presbytery Support Officer looks like on a typical day.
Okay. My primary role is to be here to support the clerk and the running of Presbytery. So that includes ministers, it includes anybody involved with the church at all who contact me and need assistance or support, or just have a query that they need answered. I also look after a lot of admin things and oversee a lot of the social media and the website platforms as well. My role probably has grew arms and legs, and it changes every day, and I seem to find myself involved in a lot of different things and a lot of different committees as well. So it's given me a really good bird's eye view of how Presbytery is operating.
We'll pick up on some of those things. You're working from home. Where is home? Which bit of CEI is home for you?
I'm currently in Fort Augustus, home of Nessie. So it's a very lovely part of the world that I've been blessed to live in. As you can tell, I'm a Glaswegian originally, and I need to remember to speak more slowly so that everybody can understand and not swing into my Glasgow traits.
I'm a Ouija myself. Yeah. All the best. Tell me, what are some of the things that really excite you and encourage you about the work of the Church of Scotland in the Highlands and Hebrides?
I think the enormity of the landmass that the area covers and the people that we reach is one of the big things I think that inspires me. And I think the connections that we have made with lots of different people and the ability to connect, I think it's something that will be developed ongoing. But I think having that sense of connection in such a wide area to cover, I think that's the inspiration itself, is just to sort of spread, the news, the word, and involve and reach as many people as possible.
Yeah,
That excites me.
And you have been very much a part in making it all happen, bringing us together online. The other day, talking to Anne Sikorsky, we talked a wee bit about Blessed Babel and digital disciples. How are these going?
We would love our numbers to be higher, and we have encouraged everyone to join. We realise it's new, we realise it's fresh, it's different, and I think sometimes people can be a wee bit scared of change. But if you know myself and Anne, we do like to sort of blather, and it's been such an informal gathering, and it's brought so many different things to the table, and it's been very exciting. So I think honestly I would push anybody to come along, and I would say that we did manage to get some fresh young blood last night when my youngest daughter joined us. So that brought a different view and a different take on things. So anybody come, please bring anybody along and join in.
Excellent, yeah. And you do a lot of the social media and keeping the website fresh for us. Tell us what are some of the things that the folk who haven't looked at the website yet might be encouraged to have a wee look at.
Yeah, the website is currently just constantly being developed, and we realise that there is changes happening there. If people haven't looked at it in a wee while, I would urge them to sort of pop on. We do have an interactive map that's showing where all of our sort of churches and congregations sort of are, so you can click on these and see exactly where they are. And I think it's quite surprising that we've got so many. So, you know, if you're on holiday and you want to pop in, you know, to a different church for a service, you know, the world's your oyster. Click on that map and have a wee look. And the other thing is the events calendar has been brought forward, so you'll be able to see everything right in front of you. Very easy to click on and go through and see where the events are. And probably, you know, we've got a podcast as well. We've got a link, and that's sort of linking up. And again, we encourage you to sort of go onto that, put a bit of feedback in, let us know what you're liking, what you're not. And lastly, the one-stop shop has been developed. So we're constantly working on that to try and get as many resources for everybody that's very easy just to sort of click in and use the website as a tool that they can access every day to keep updated.
Fantastic. And that's probably a nice opportunity to say, if you're watching this video on YouTube, you maybe don't know that it's also available as a podcast currently on Spotify, and hopefully Amanda and I will be able to see that you can get that on Apple, Google, other podcast places. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, did you know that you can also watch the video, and there will be other videos from around Clèir Eilean Ì on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Clèir Eilean Ì. We plug there for some of the social media. Amanda, if you could invite anyone, living or departed, to come and speak to a meeting of Clèir Eilean Ì, who would you invite and why?
I think this is a really tricky question, and I'm going to go against the grain. I'm not going to pick a biblical person. I've actually got two, and I'll go with the one that won't cause any sort of controversy. So I'm going to say Sir Attenborough. He's an absolute inspiration, and you know, watching him on TV, his voice, you know, he's just so relaxing, and he's brought so much awe into our living room, you know, when we've been sitting as a family, just sort of seeing a different world out there. So I think he's a true gentleman. I think he's a real inspiration.
And what do you think Sir David would have to say particularly to Clèir Eilean Ì?
I think he would be a very diplomatic, kind soul. I think he would tell it as it is. I think he would balance up the possible challenges that we're faced against, but I also think that he would see light at the end of the tunnel and see ways of overcoming that, and see it probably like a natural part of life, and how the animal world is, that you know, it's a progression that we go through. And I think Clèir Eilean Ì, the progress that we're having at the moment before it bursts into fruition, is a wee bit like that in a life cycle.
Fascinating, yeah. And of course, caring for creation is there within the 5 marks of mission. It's an important part of what we do. Yeah, thank you for bringing that dimension to us beyond the biblical characters that others have invited: Jesus, Mary, and who was the other one? St. Paul. Yeah, we've also had St. Columba. Fascinating. What would be some of the challenges that you see before us in Clèir Eilean Ì?
I think it's change. I think some people can be a wee bit scared of change, and I think, you know, as a new large, you know, presbytery, I think we need to sometimes dip our toe in the water, and I think we learn from mistakes. You know, we're only human, and I think that gives us personal growth as well. But I think, you know, together we're united in faith. It's an expression of hope, and I do believe that, it's faith is in our heart, and I think everybody's, pushing for the same thing. And I think, the belief of that is just rooted in our minds, and that's what's keeping us going. But I think the challenge is just the connection, ensuring that we have that connection and that everybody feels a big, a part of the bigger thing. And I think we're doing that. The feedback that we're getting so far is that we're doing it well. So that's good. It's
Excellent.
promising.
Yeah. And if folk are wanting to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to connect with you?
There is a wee contact button on the website on the front page. You can click on that. The emails do come direct to myself. You can contact me on my personal email, which is a.anderson@churchofscotland.org.uk, and telephone number is 07906 758 720.
And is that on the website as well?
Everything's on the website, yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. What's going to be keeping you busy for the rest of today and over the weekend?
Well, as I say, we're always very varied. It's a wee bit of plate spinning, Donald. So, you're spinning one plate, then you put that down, and then you start another, plate spinning as well. But I just see it as sort of keep on going, keep on challenging myself, and it is just a challenge. But today, I am going to be focusing on just pulling a few wee bits together for our next big meeting next month. So I'll be busy with that.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Amanda, for your time and for all that you're doing for Clèir Eilean Ì. Thank you.
Thank you, Donald.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast on Spotify or elsewhere. For links, information and details of all that's happening around Clèir Eilean Ì, Highlands and Hebrides, check out www.cei.presbytery.org.uk.